So we launched Tacet at Leducation in New York City months ago. Tacet is our new way of reinventing boring old grid ceilings. So with Tacet, we can mount into standard 9/16 or 15/16 ceiling grid, and we can either lay it into the grid as you would a normal 2x2 or 2x4 troffer, or we can lay it over top of the grid and hide the grid as you're seeing in a lot of these images here, where we just make the grid disappear. Very easy, very simplistic to install. And we have 30 plus different colors. So we can really spruce up these spaces, whether you're looking at matching the furnishings in the space, matching maybe corporate colors, etc. And along with the illuminated tiles, we can also supply blanks. We can supply just a regular flat blank, like a flat tile, or we can supply that coffered or concave looking blank, as you see in a lot of these images. So as I said earlier, transforming, sprucing up, adding some, as I've said in a few other shows, razzle dazzle to these ceilings, introducing depth and dimension, and doing something different here. Obviously, in a lot of these ceilings, you're going to be dropping other things through the ceilings, whether it's speakers, HVAC, sprinkler systems, maybe cameras. You just cut into that blank tile as you would cut into any other regular tile. So super easy to specify and install. You don't have to modify that grid at all. As I said earlier, you can install from below to conceal that grid or lay it in from above. And as with most other products at Axis now, it's available with our static or tunable white CCTs with our high efficacy 90 CRI LED boards. We just transitioned over the past year to 90 CRI board standard. So you're going to see on a lot of our cut sheets, we don't have an 80 CRI anymore. It's only 90. And there's no sacrifice to those efficacies. You're still getting high lumens per watt. Currently, these are the forms for Tacet, but towards the end of the presentation, I'm going to tease you with some new forms that we'll be launching in November. So we have four standard color options at the moment. It's noted on the cut sheet. Those four standard color options will have around a 6-ish week lead time. The extended palette options will have a lead time more in the 10 to 12 week range. As time goes on, if the market's asking us for more of the extended palette options than the standard colors that we currently have, we'll shift stock, but we can't stock everything. So the four standard color options are what we're keeping in stock for now. And the acoustic felt is actually made from over 50% recycled plastic bottles. So there's a bit of a sustainability play to this system as well. The lens itself is thermoformed. It eliminates any light leak and it helps reduce the glare coming off the LEDs. It's a very uniform looking lens when you see it in person. It's nice and soft on the eyes. As I said earlier, static color temperatures, tunable white color temperatures, and we've been working on a color changing RGBW platform that's going to be ready very, very soon. On the 2x2s, whether it's the straight or the curve, we can get up to 3,000 lumens of output. And on the 2x4 straight, we can get up to 6,000 lumens of output. And then we have the 2x2 square. It looks somewhat like a regressed flat panel style, except it looks a lot better. We can get up to 6,000 lumens out of that standard 2x2 square illuminated panel. Here's an example of that square 2x2 here. So as I noted earlier, you could lay into that existing 9/16 or 15/16 grid as you would a regular 2x2, as you see here. No hardware needed, no additional accessories. Or with these clips, we can hide that grid. So a great example I'd like to bring up, maybe you're working on an existing TI space, you have an existing grid that's been beaten up, you're talking about repainting it or just replacing it or removing that grid. How about you just hide it with Tacet? So these clips in that bottom left image there, they clip onto each of the four back corners of that grid. It's just a pressure fit. And then on the back of the 2x2, there are these spring clips that are similar to the torsion springs in your hood vent in your bathroom fan, and they slide into these clips, and it's just a simplistic pressure fit, and it pops onto the ceiling. And as I said, in November, we'll be launching additional forms. So we're going to have this hard angle L corner, the T, the X, as well as the illuminated O or the circle, which I think looks really slick. So we're going to be able to spell axis in the ceiling very soon, is what we're saying. Some additional inspiration. So as you can see, there's a variety of ways to design a lot of these rooms and do something different with Tacet. And we have an online configurator. So I'm going to exit out of my presentation here. On our website, there's a Tacet playground. So I'm going to hit Start Experience here. It's going to launch the configurator. Up in the top right, you can pick what size room you have. I'm going to pick 12 by 12. And then as you scroll down, you have all the different shapes or forms available to drag and drop into the ceiling like so to start creating your pattern. Rotate it as you see here. Add more, rotate that. And then you can change colors. Go green, apply to all, or maybe you want something like a blue, apply to all. And then once you're finally done building out your pattern, you can hit share button here, and this will share it, pop up a window to share it via email. You can download it as either a PDF or a CSV file, or you can hit get quote, and you can fill out this information and then hit send quote request. This will send it to my factory team, who will put together the quote, turn it around within 24 hours to send to Max2 or whatever agency you're working with to send you the budget for Tacet.